Welcome to the Liminal Open Codex. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Liminal Codex. This is Anna, and we are going to be taking a look. Wow, okay. The first thing that I notice is a lot of concentrated energy, but it kind of seems like there's something that is either known of or that wants to come through. Almost like, which is very apropos because we're going to be taking a look at what is lying in the shadow and what is to be expected for this full moon in Leo that we have coming up. Sorry, guys. Whenever I said it automatically. So let's go ahead and take a look. Ladies, if you will, guide me to which deck. Okay. They are pointing out this one. Okay. So what is hiding in the shadows? Give me one oracle for that. Banish a curse. Okay. All right. I'm going to put this right here by my black obsidian athame. Banish a curse. Okay. This does not necessarily have to mean that someone has put a curse on you. Okay. You may feel as if things are never going your way. You may feel like there is something heavy that is drawing your energy. You may feel like there is just this sense of nothing ever goes the way that I expect it to or the way that I plan for it to. You may feel like there is a sort of generational curse that has followed you. In other words, you have the opportunity to be the pattern breaker, okay? The one who breaks that, it ends with us. In other words, it ends with me. You could be saying that. It ends with me. I'm not doing things the way that my father did. I'm not doing things the way that my mother did. So on and so forth. Whatever this energy is that I'm tapping into. What deck is calling me? Okay. The Bone and Bloom. I know you guys like this one. The dark, witchy goth aesthetic. I was gonna say exterior aesthetic. Okay. Let's go ahead and take a look. Okay. First of all, I do want to take a look at this Banish a Curse. Thank you, ladies. The Five of Cups. Okay. Sadness, remorse, and regret. Something that is hanging like an albatross around your neck. All right. If you're not familiar with the poem Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner, it is about a captain, a sea captain, who kills a bird that it's unfortunate timing, and the crew begins to turn against him. And he says, "Woe is me, this albatross around my neck." I'll have to look. The big book of British poetry. It's Samuel Taylor Coleridge, right? They blame the bird and the killing of the bird for this. I feel like you're blaming yourself for something here that is no longer your burden to bear. Okay, it's time for you to banish this curse. It's time for you to go ahead and release and let this go, whatever it is. The Knight of Swords, and move forward with truth and clarity. Why the Five of Cups, please, specifically, ladies? Why the Five of Cups? Why the Five of Cups? Okay. You moved away from something. You cut ties with something and you closed something out. Now you may be saying, "I regret that decision." Ooh. Okay, don't look back. The Knight of Swords is here. Why the Knight of Swords? The Chariot. I mean, literally, it's like, keep moving. Just keep going. Keep going. You were on the right track. The Five of Wands, despite any conflict or competition. This could be in regards to anything. Now, with the Five of Cups, we are talking about emotion, but that's the only cup card that I see here on the table. What I have is the Chariot, Cancerian energy, moving toward a specific goal, the star. Your soul's purpose, your soul's mission. We had this come up in the tarot and astrology for the new moon. The Six of Swords, the world. It may have been difficult for you, 5-5, showing up here. It may have been difficult for you to go ahead and cut ties with this and move forward, but I feel like it was necessary for growth and expansion. This is very similar. We had the world show up in the other reading as well. I feel like this is on a collective scale that we're closing out things, ideals, beliefs, jobs, places that we're living. Big change is taking place within us and outside of us. We make changes inside of us, they're reflected outside of us, right? People notice whenever you go through a metamorphosis. Some people will stick around, others won't. Whenever you decide to make a change on the inside, it's reflected in your entire being. The Hanged Man, it feels like you've had time to think about this, the Seven of Pentacles, about what you want to invest in, and the Emperor. This is very much giving me Neptune moving into Aries. It's saying, like, I have been thinking about this Neptune energy here and the Hanged Man Piscean energy. The Emperor, Capricorn, and Aries taking the lead. The Seven of Pentacles is about either planting new seeds, or it is about taking time to take a look back at the past and see what hasn't worked out. This Five of Cups here, what you had to close out and move away from, and what it is that has worked. It's like, how can I learn from past mistakes so that I don't repeat them in the future? We're all human. We all make mistakes. They don't need to define us as long as we learn from them, right? A regret can be a regret, but we don't let it consume us. We learn and grow from the events in our lives that we have experienced, because that's what they are meant for. Judgment underneath of that, just in case you were wondering. It's about releasing and letting go, or it's about saying, I'm making a judgment call, the Emperor, to go ahead and set off on something entirely new, or to keep moving. I want to say keep moving. Okay. So I can see why there is a very concentrated, your mind may drift back to this sadness, remorse, and regret, this Five of Cups, and you may be asking yourself, did I make the right decision? Did I make the right choice? Any change can be good change if we allow it to be. Okay. Strength. The message that needed to come through. Okay, strength. The Nine of Cups, the Two of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, the Five of Pentacles, and the Three of Pentacles. This is really giving me, you did weigh your options. The 2, the 3, and the 5. 2, 3, 5. 235. 235. Okay. 2, 8. February 8th. Strength. Leo energy, that full moon. I feel like this is all tied to the full moon. I feel like you are realizing what it is that makes you feel happy. The Nine of Cups, a sense of personal self-satisfaction. What is it that makes you smile whenever you get up in the morning? What is it that brings joy into your life? What is it that makes you, and I feel like you're weighing your options here, going back and forth with the Two of Pentacles. And you're saying, does this or does this not? And I feel like if it doesn't, you're Five of Cups, or Five of Pentacles here, leaving it out in the cold. It almost seems like, yeah, you did learn a very big lesson here from whatever this is that you're moving away from. And you're saying, I'm only going to nurture what it is and give strength to the things I know are fruitful. The Three of Pentacles that are stable. The Queen of Pentacles that I can nurture. The Nine of Cups that make me happy and filled with joy. Strength. Leo energy. Page of Pentacles. I had to learn this the hard way. What ultimate wish fulfillment, or what stability looks like. What leaving a legacy looks like. The Ten of Pentacles. The Tree of Life. Okay. And the Page of Pentacles. I had to learn this for myself. I had to learn it the hard way by, again, the Two of Wands, making decisions, tough decisions, standing at a crossroads and saying, in a world full of opportunities, which path do I choose? Again, I bring up the Robert Frost poem of choosing the road less traveled. But in all honesty, the author realizes that, yeah, he always, the reader, will come to realize if reading the full poem that he always meant to come back and travel that path again to see what was down both paths. I feel like you've already tried one path and you're saying, I tried it. This became a curse. No matter what I did. Okay, I'm also hearing can't win for losing. Damned if I do and damned if I don't. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so what is it that is hiding in the shadows? What is it that is hiding in the shadows that needs to come to the light? The Ace of Pentacles, that you have stability that is waiting for you. You have a brand new beginning. There is a brand new beginning that you have available to you. Are you going to take it? We have Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurian energy here in the Ace of Pentacles. What is crossing this? What is crossing this? The Nine of Wands. Some of you are not... You're like, give me just a minute. I need a minute. I need some time to heal. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Why is this? What happened before? I mean, I feel like you already know what happened before. A thought. The Seven of Cups of moving towards something that you're passionate about. The Knight of Wands. Again, this is giving me Uranus moving, or Neptune moving into, Uranus moving into going direct. It's like it's time to take action. If not now, when? It's now or never. Okay? Don't leap too hastily. Do your homework. Do your double checking. Do your fact checking. Get some additional information before you just go ahead, and it may feel like you're banishing a curse. Say this has been a job that you know you've been languishing at. Okay? We've all, most of us, been in a situation like that. Apply it to any area of your life. The same shit, different toilet paper roll, right? And you're saying, I've got to get out of here, or this is going to drive me insane. That's the curse. That's what I'm speaking of whenever I say banish a curse. It's time for you to go ahead and get out of the environment or the situation, whatever it may be, that has been making you feel like you can't move forward. Okay? What is the outcome? What is the potential? Note that I say potential because we're always faced with those Two of Wands moments throughout our life. The potential is the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, you begin planting new seeds. You take stock of, ooh, I like that. Success, victory, the Six of Wands. So you're taking a look back at what did not work. This Five of Cups. I see now why it's here. There is value in the regrets that you have experienced. There is value here that you can take and apply to whatever this is that you are building, or this Ace of Pentacles, this option, this opportunity that you're planting. The Ace of Pentacles is a seed that is planted that ultimately will grow into the Ten of Pentacles with time. Okay? Pentacles are often a year. So 7 years is what we're looking at here. For some of you, you've been dreaming of this for 7 years. For some of you, it's 7 months. 7 yet again. Ooh, 77, 55. 7755. Okay, could be seeing repeating numbers. There's that Four of Cups that showed up in the other reading that I just did. The Six of Pentacles. Yeah, you know that whatever, okay, you're being very discerning here with the Queen of Swords. It's like, I can see it. I just heard that Kid Rock song. I can see it coming from a mile away. Okay. Yeah. I felt like you're very keen to an imbalance. If you're giving your time, effort, and energy and investing it into something, you damn sure want a return on your investment, right? That's equal. That's balanced. In the last reading, we had Justice that showed up. So I do feel like you're hitting the bricks, or hitting the brakes really hard on anything that doesn't align with your best and highest good. That's not a fair shake. That's not a good deal. Just saying. It feels like you've had enough crap. You've had enough regret. It's time to go ahead and get the ball moving forward. It's time to go ahead and close this cycle out. Get moving forward. I mean, the Chariot, literally. The Knight of Wands, the two fastest moving cards in the deck. The Knight of Swords as well. Truth, clarity. He has the Ace of Swords. He has the Ace of Wands. It's like you're saying, I can finally move forward now. I see the path to clarity. All right. I do want to get some advice for you guys. Let's see here. I feel like what was hidden was the potential here. Maybe you didn't want to accept the fact that you had to leave something behind. Maybe it's accepting the fact that, yeah, I mean, I still see. It's like there are some very, very, very faint particles that are still existing, that are surrounding you. And I was noticing that, but they all coalesced right up at the top of the weather glass. I'm seeing something very similar in the scrying crystal here off to my left. Okay. We have friendship brew. Foster connections. I do feel like that would be very helpful in this time. Strengthen bonds with others. And again, this does not have to be a romantic. It literally says friendship here. Inspiration potion. I feel like you've been dreaming of something already. You already have the inspiration. I think it's time for you to now take action on your inspiration, right? Ignite your passions. There you go. There's that Ace of Wands that we saw earlier. Ignite your passions. Let your dreams guide your path. Literally, we have the Seven of Cups here, which is about dreaming. It's about fantasizing. It's about saying, you know, I have so many options, so many possibilities. Where do I begin? Where do I start? I do want to, and I have not pulled from this deck in a very, very long time. What do the Stoics have to say? I love this deck. I love this deck. Okay. I mean, I was just talking about this. Nothing can be taken from the wise man, for his happiness is from within. Hekato of Rhodes. Not to be confused with Hecate. Hekato. Let me, so that you guys can read that. Okay, wisdom. In a world where external things like possessions, status, or even relationships can be lost, cultivate inner happiness. Focus on your virtues, values, and inner peace, which can't be taken away by external circumstances. This inner stability is your greatest source of joy. That is so very true. As soon as you find that inner joy, and that may be what you're seeking to invest in and have success with here, what you're taking inspiration in. We saw the Nine of Cups with the Strength a bit earlier, and it feels like you're really saying, I choose to invest in what makes me happy, and that's all I'm choosing to invest in. In fact, that may be some of your New Year's resolutions. I choose to invest only in what brings me joy, happiness, that is real and authentic. I feel like we're moving into a time where authenticity is very much under scrutiny. If it walks like a duck and talks like a duck, do what you say what you do. That type of mentality. And it's a great mentality to have. Whenever we strip away all of the bullshit, all of the sugarcoating, all of the it ends happily ever after and tied up with a bow, I feel like people are getting wise to that. Life is not always a happy ending. I hate to tell you that. Not every tarot reading here is ever going to be a 100%. Every now and then I get a rare reading where it is a happy ending. There's always something that we need to work on. There is always something that we need to move past in order to move forward. I see you being very careful about what you invest in because of what you learned from the past. It could be in regards to friendship. You may say, I just don't have friends, and this is me. I don't have friends because I always get fair weather friends. They're here for a short time, not for a substantial amount of time. I have one friend, and she knows who she is. I have one friend, right? My husband is by far my best friend. My kiddo also, kind of, when she's not being annoying. Well, I mean, given the age, you know, they all go through that age. Anyway, but yeah, I kind of feel like you're saying if it's not authentic, I'm not into it. Okay, I'm not looking for dupes. I'm not looking for fake anymore. I want the real deal. You sold me on this. Now deliver. Right? I have a feeling that in the world of spirituality, there's going to be a big shift in what we believe, what we know to be true for ourselves inside, whether or not we can feel that inner spark, that inner glow doing something. That means that it's working. That means that this is leading us. We're paying more attention to the signs and synchronicities. This is a time of expansion, of awakening, of the collective consciousness. Again, I've said this time and time again, we are at a critical point where things are going to begin to move forward very quickly. Do with that what you will. All right, guys. We have Aquarius, Leo, Taurus, and Scorpio here in the world. The Chariot, Cancerian energy. The Ace of Pentacles, Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn. And then I believe that we had Strength underneath the bottom of the deck, being Leo. Judgment was there as well. Before we had... I'm not going to dig into the bottom of the deck and try and find it. I called them out earlier. All right, guys. If you want to know more about integrating your shadow, check out the pre-order for the book right here. And if you are interested in getting a signed copy from me before you can even buy it, make sure that you're subscribed, that you like, and that you drop me an emoji. I think I see 2 swords, actually 4 swords that are crossing here, 4 athames. Oh, very interesting. I didn't even see this. They're 4 athames, blades, that are pointed in toward the center. A sword, or something of that nature. Okay? I think there's a symbol with 2 swords that are crossed like this. Okay, guys. What is it that you no longer will allow to be an albatross around your neck? What is it that you're no longer willing to accept? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure that you're subscribed. Make sure that you hype. Make sure that you like. And I will see you guys again here soon. Until then, you can find me on Etsy. Any of the decks that you see here, with the exception of some of the Oracle decks, although some are mine, you can find on Etsy as well. Alright, guys. Take care, and I'll see you again here soon.